You know, they call Mercedes the best car and all that, but back in 2012, Schumacher's experience proved invaluable. Okay, about 2 years after he retired, the cars became kind of brand new, but still. People overlook that a lot. It's just unfortunate that this time he couldn't be part of the success he built because he didn't have time on his side anymore. I mean, part of, like I've always said that part of his comeback was because, you know, he had unfinished business after that kind of unceremonious breakup with Ferrari kind of thing, if rumours are to be believed. It was kind of an unceremonious thing where Montezemolo wanted Raikkonen so badly that, you know, if Michael retired, he retired, and that was that.
We're leading our teammate by 27.3 seconds.
But there were three factors in the Schumacher's first retirement. There was all that going on. There was his neck that had flared. His neck had flared up, and they actually revealed that in a documentary about him on F1 TV. They mentioned that his neck had flared up again. His neck was an ever constant problem. You know, that's why he pumped the brakes on his return in 2009, because he aggravated his neck injury in a motorcycle accident, and it pumped the brakes on it. But his neck has always been an issue for some time. I don't know how long for, but it had flared up in 2006, and that played a part. And then I think the third factor is Massa. I think, and he even says it. You know, Michael even says it. You know, I can decide my future around, but Felipe wants to decide his, and there's no point getting in his way. So part of it was for Massa. He didn't want Massa to be like bounced out of there. I mean, sure, I think a lot of that is because, you know, Schumacher, if we're being honest, Ferrari always did cater towards Schumacher for so long, and always gave him teammates that, you know, weren't the most best and threatening in the world. Ferrari rather protected him from that. But to be fair, right, I think Raikkonen and Schumacher probably wouldn't have been as bad as you think, because, to be fair, Schumacher had already beaten these guys. You know, he'd already beaten Raikkonen to the championship, at least on, I would say, let's see, 2002, 2003, and 2004. So really, he'd only beaten him to the he'd already been to the title about 3 times. And the McLaren was, I think the McLaren, at least in 2003, was probably on par with Ferrari. You know, there's no way the Ferrari was the best car in 2003. They were by far and away not the best car in 2003. I wonder what happens if we're going to win this race, or will the game not allow it? Yeah, I'll probably give Max like a speed boost now. But you see that? I mean, can we finish anywhere on the podium, or do we have to be not the winner? I mean, that would suck. Yeah, the Ferrari definitely wasn't the best car in 2003. McLaren and Williams were at least equal with Ferrari throughout most of 2003. It was only 2002 and 2004 where Schumacher was thoroughly dominant. Let's go for the win and see what it says. This will be interesting. Yeah, it's a shame that the AI is not tougher. I really should have picked the higher difficulty. I really should have. I kind of regret picking the one I had now. I didn't think it would be this easy, you know? I thought it'd be kind of like middle of the road, which is like I said, I'm kind of in between the medium and harder difficulty. I'm kind of in between there in terms of like experience, I would say. Not speed, because
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I don't have the speed, clearly, that the F1 YouTubers do. Arav, Ben, and Tom, and Alex, and all those F1 YouTubers, they are so much faster than me. They really are. They use manual gears, and you know, they've mastered their craft in racing games. I still use automatic gears, and maybe the core line as well. So you know, it's
This is your final lap of the race.
yeah, they're so much faster than me by default. So I think when I said what I said earlier about being middle of the road between the two difficulties, I really meant more inexperience than outright pace and speed, because I'm not fast. I know that for a fact. Shit. As you can see, observe, I'm spinning into the gravel. I'm doing stupid things like hitting the fucking curbs. Yeah, so I really think Schumacher and Raikkonen in 2007 wouldn't have been that bad. I mean, surely Michael would have relished the challenge, right? But like I said, I believe that story about his neck. I believe it. Whether De Montezemolo kind of forced him out along with Jean Todt and Ross Brawn is up for debate. I guess. I believed that for so long when I heard that. I was like, oh yeah, that makes absolute sense now because Michael's come back. But I don't really believe that so wholeheartedly anymore. I think I believe about his neck, and I believe about Massa more than I believe about De Montezemolo forcing him out and going against him. I think they've all said that's kind of speculative. So I definitely believe the story about Michael's neck and Massa. I believe those stories.
Superb driving. That's the race.
So I wonder if they're gonna say something quite different here.
What a race for Casper Ackermann, proving the naysayers wrong with an emphatic performance. He'll be delighted by that podium finish.
Well, we all know he can do it. It's just been a while since he has. Great race from Ackermann and some much needed points for Williams.
So they don't really mention the fact that he wins. So they're not going to break the narrative.
Oh, here they are now. I always love seeing the independent teams do well. Williams have a long and storied history in F1, and I'm delighted to see them on the top step of the podium.
Williams deserve to be higher up than they are.
Fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
A podium finish today, Casper. Here in front of your home crowd. How does it feel?
Well, my family's here today, my wife and my daughter, so I'm delighted I was able to have a good race for them.
Aww.
It means the world to have them here. I think I would have been miserable tonight if I didn't have a good race, which wouldn't have been fun for anyone. So yeah, I'm really happy.
And the fastest lap too today. Is that something you expected?
It's realistically not something you think you're going to get too often, so no, I can't say we expected it. But it's certainly a welcome surprise. Every point counts, so come the end of the season, we might be more grateful for it than we realize.
How is everything at Williams? Are spirits high? Is the team happy?
Yes, of course. We've had a bit of a bumpy start, but we're looking to rectify that, and thankfully we got a lot of races left, so we're looking forward to the season ahead. But The only thing you can ever really focus on is the next race. So that's what I'll be looking to do.
Aw.
Great. Well, that's everything.
You see that guy just froze, like the Haas guy just stops. So yeah, they're just going to gloss over the fact that he won the race, and it's not really going to break the narrative.
Hey man, great race today.
Thanks.
Nice one, Casper.
Oh no.
Can't argue with that performance. Shame your teammate couldn't bring himself to congratulate you.
Nah, well, he's just a kid.
Kid who's getting signed by Mercedes.
So they say.
Never gonna happen.
Oh?
You keep a secret?
Yeah, sure.
I've been approached.
Really? Well, congratulations.
I wonder why he wants to keep it a
Done
secret
you
now.
have, but talks are going well. So you're gonna have to get on with Jackson for a little while longer.
Yeah, well, we get on fine.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah?
I was chatting with one of your mechanics. He had some very interesting things to say about Jackson. You know what his problem is, don't you?
Go on.
Thinks you're getting too old. Says you're not fast enough anymore.
He is so full of shit.
Mate, his words, not mine.
He's literally playing mind games right now.
Prove him wrong.
You're bull, mate.
See, he should
Look at this. He's literally trying to twist it like he did with Jackson.
great race out there today.
Bullshit.
Yeah?
He's literally trying to get inside their heads and mess them up. Instead of proving his talent on the track, he wants to mess with their heads and get in their business. He is so bull. He's full of... That is bullshit. That is total crap. Wow. One asshole. One asshole. Seriously. He's full of it.
Hey.
It's complete BS.
Dancing in the garage is hilarious. Can you come?
Oh.
Just catching up on a few things.
Sure. Hey, I booked us a restaurant for tonight.
What about Lily?
Your mother's happy to take care of her.
No.
Great, then I can't wait.
Reason to celebrate, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Zoe. See you later.
Take the kid with you at least. Aw. I know why they haven't, but take Lily with you. Aw. I know why they haven't though. Oh.
Yeah?
Casper, I missed you just now.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say congratulations for today. That was some race.
I'm busy, Aiden.
Oh, sure.
Bye.
Oh, it looks like it fucking worked. Wow, Devin is an asshole. Seriously, they've really grown on his asshole. They've put his bullshit asshole kind of personality up by notches. To win the Dutch Grand Prix this weekend, reminding us of what he's truly capable of. Oh yeah, so they're actually mentioning it in the press here. Aww. There's Zoe. No way he finishes ahead of Verstappen, I said. Looks like I have to eat my words. Ackerman greater than Verstappen, that's right, I said it. Hashtag come at me, bro. Right, where are those idiots calling for Ackerman to retire? That's literally what happened with Monaco and Michael taking pole. You know, that was like the eye of people. Oh, maybe he shouldn't be retiring yet. But in 2012, like I said in what video was it? I think it was part of the Rewriting a History series. Fred Bob Manifield running the F1 Everything podcast, and at one point he said, "Yeah, I wanted Michael to retire," and I kind of nodded, you know, because yeah, I think it was time in 2012. As bitter as it was, bittersweet as it was, I meant, yeah, it was definitely the right time at that point. BD, I know, right? Claire Brody question. Should you remain positive? Just be careful you're not too dismissive about the reality of the situation. As answers can sometimes come across as insincere. Huh. Why is she telling us that? Yeah, it can come across as insincere, but it's not. It's him saying it. Although that probably doesn't vote well for like if there's something going on later in the year, but yeah. With several laps remaining, Williams to be in a favourable position with both its drivers in the points. Has been to push forward, but his teammate is closing in on him. Huh. Yeah, he's right there.
Jackson is faster than you. We need you to let him pass.
Huh? The Ferrari faster than you phrase.
Pass, please.
I don't understand.
You can have the place back if you can't pull away.
I mean,
Is he lapping quicker?
I mean, he does look like he is quicker.
He's behind you, Casper. Confirm you'll let him pass, please.
Look,
He's not.
close enough.
Yeah, he's not going to, is
Come on,
he?
Casper.
Ah. Wow. Yeah, he's not going to. We're going to have to hold him off. Ah.
Casper, don't do this.
Why is he doing this?
Faster.
This is a team order. Do you copy, Casper?
Yeah, and
He's not faster.
yeah, I know what he means by that. Wow. He's basically saying, no, he's not faster than me. Get stuffed.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.4 seconds.
That's what he's saying. He's not faster than me. Yeah. Devon's got in his head. Instead of doing his talking on the track, he's trying to interfere in everybody else's business and made up a load of BS.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I mean, yeah, what can Williams do? They can't, you know, they can tell him to do it, but you know, at the same time, it's not the first time Casper's done this. He's always been defending so hard against Jackson. But what he's saying by he's not faster is he's not faster than me. That's what he means. He's probably took it the wrong way. God damn it. It's all fucking Devon's fault. Asshole. Sorry, Jackson, I don't want to do this. I mean, that's what this is all about, isn't it? Casper really just wants... He wants to make a point.
Front is 5.4 seconds.
It is rather strange because Williams aren't really known to having a number one driver. I mean, Russell is, but he earns it on his own merit. And that's kind of, do you know what? Anyone who always about Schumacher, they always said that, oh, he, you know, Ferrari will do that, and it's like, well, yeah, but Michael also earned it himself. That there is an argument that Michael earned that status. Some people flat out said it. You know, he was the best driver, like best racing driver on the planet at that point. And Senna, and you can make an argument that Senna was probably the same, especially with this whole rivalry with Prost. The thing is, though, people make those kind of arguments, yet they don't personally give off that. You know, Michael was probably one of the least arrogant drivers in the field, and Senna had no ego about him whatsoever. But they do their talking on the track. They earn that status on the racetrack by being better than everyone else. I mean, yes, Michael's teammates were quite far weaker, to be fair. The majority of them were. But don't forget, at one point, Schumacher raced with Riccardo Patrese, and he was no slouch. And even though he never really had a tough teammate, it's not that Michael didn't have tough competition either. You know, he had Prime Senna for a couple of years.
This is your final lap. Final lap of the race.
About a couple of years, about 3 years. Oh God, Jackson, jeez. He had about Senna for about 3 years. Now, unfortunately, Senna was unfortunately killed in Imola, so we wouldn't have really known how good Schumacher would have been against him. But Mika Hakkinen was definitely no slouch. You know, two-time world champion. And then you had Raikkonen and Alonso. So, you know, even though he may not have never had the strongest teammate, he still beat the top guys around him as well, for the most part, until about 2005. And Senna was the same. I mean, Senna had probably, I don't know, about one tough teammate in Prost, I think? I'm not sure. I don't really know anything past 1989 in terms of Senna's teammates. But Senna did the same as well. You know, he beat Mansell, he beat Prost on his own merit. You know, these top drivers, they earn that status.
That's the end of the race. We'll see
a lot of them do. A lot of the champions earn that status. Hamilton has earned his status against Bottas.
You've got to ask yourself just what's going on behind the scenes at Williams. This rivalry between the two drivers, it's simply not going away.
I really
wonder how many more points they're going to squander. I think Williams have got a real problem here.
I don't understand
I don't know how, but they've got to address
why Casper, and even Jackson for that matter, right? I cannot understand why they would even think that Devon is speaking the truth. They should already know that Devon talks shit. They should already know that themselves, especially a man of Casper's experience. You know, he... Hold on.
Just leave him. No, just talk to me once. Just let go. Back off!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Why do you have to be like this? Oh, so I'm the problem! You won't let me pass. You won't even talk to me. You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works. How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? How am I supposed to do that? I'm all ears. You give me space out there. What's your problem?
Said the same about you, dude.
I'm trying to win. Oh, and that makes you special? You're a nightmare, Casper.
There's Ocon.
Well, you won't have to put up with me for much longer. What's that supposed to mean? I am sick and tired of all this. I'm done. You what? I'm retiring. Wait. What? Casper! Casper!
Devin filmed the whole thing. Fucking wow, what an asshole.
Casper! Casper!
Wow, dude. Why would they believe anything he says? Like, seriously. Casper and Jackson would already know that Devin talks shit. Why would they believe anything he says? It's funny how they haven't been fired. I mean, Jackson there was trying to say, like, well, tell me what I can do. What have I done wrong? Casper doesn't really... He's not really a talker, which is a lot like a similarity he has with Raikkonen. You know, he doesn't really talk. Huh. Jackson struggles with confidence. Jackson enjoyed the best introduction to everyone's last season. The 2021 season seems to be treating him much better. Many described the atmosphere in the Williams camp following the infamous scuffle between him and Casper. Jackson's performance recently has been solid. It's undoubtedly lacked the flair we've seen from the young driver when firing on all cylinders. Last couple of races have seemed a particular struggle, as team liaison Bobby Doyle alluded to recently. They still hold Jackson responsible for the situation at Williams, with some questioning whether Ackerman would even be retiring at all. It's not. I don't think it's Jackson's fault. Devin's twisted his mind. So the rumors were true, and they were now officially confirmed by Toto Wolff. But who is going to fill the vacancy at Mercedes for 2022? So who's going? Regulation changes living in F1 landscape shifting. 2022 can be extended to the unknown for Mercedes. So whether you're anxious about changes or excited by them. Interesting. So Mercedes have dropped one of their drivers, it seems like. But which one? Noble. I'm calling Williams to struggle, Mercedes to dominate, and a good old get in there, Lewis. There's no arrogance in Jackson. I don't know where people are getting this from.